Welcome back to the channel. Today Carol's going to be making spaghetti carbonara in one pan. We're testing out a few things in the van today, just on the drive because of the lockdown. So we got the water on the boil, so now we're going to get a portion of spaghetti and snap it in half and get that cooking. Right, we'll just add a little bit more and then that's enough for 2 people. Next we season the water with a little bit of salt. We place the bowls into the sink and then put the colander on top, and that's going to catch the water once the spaghetti is ready, and also we'll be able to set the cooked spaghetti aside in there until we need it. So whilst that spaghetti is cooking, you can prepare the other ingredients. Roughly dice 1 small onion. We find using this plastic chopstick is really good at separating the spaghetti. Alright, it's time to test the spaghetti.
Needs a bit longer. I'll give it another couple of minutes.
Okie dokie. Right, this is the second test, and look how I managed to get my finger in the frame here. This is a new camera, the DJI Pocket 2. Anyway, we don't want it to be fully cooked because we're going to set it aside in this colander, and it will of course continue to cook in its own heat. Now you want to reserve this water, so we're pouring it into the bowls, which also heats them, but you're going to need to add some of this water back into the mixture to get the right consistency of the sauce later. So Carol's added some butter, and we're now going to fry off the onion. Now we're just going to cover the spaghetti with the pan lid to keep some of the heat in it. Now normally you'd just use a bit of bacon for this, but we have some bacon and chorizo and some ham left over from Christmas, so we want to use that up. So the meats just get roughly diced. When the onions are soft, it's time to add the bacon. We add that first because that's the only raw item of the meat, so that needs a little bit more cooking. When the bacon's cooked, then it's time to add the rest of the meat and allow it to fry a little to get the oils out of that chorizo. Now we're adding some white pepper and just a little bit of salt, because of course the bacon itself is quite salty. So for 2 people you're just going to need 1 egg, and we're going to crack that into this bowl and give it a whisk. So this sauce is basically an egg and then some of the water from where you cook the spaghetti added back into it to give it a sort of silky texture. Once it's dished up, Carol will be adding some grated cheese, so we need to have that ready. Now this bit all happens a little bit quick, so we tip the spaghetti into the pan and give that a stir through, and then add some of the water back into the pan. Now make sure you add the water first, otherwise the eggs will cook instantly. And once you've added the eggs, if it's too thick, then you can always add more water. Now stir in the beaten egg and mix it all through thoroughly, and add some more water if needed. You're looking for a runny texture. You don't want scrambled eggs. Now what remains is to dish this up into a couple of bowls, and as you can see, the egg is not scrambled, it's just a sort of coating on the spaghetti, and it is absolutely delicious, this. The last step is to add some cheese of your choice over the top, and it's ready to eat. And that's how you can cook spaghetti carbonara in one pan in the camper van. Tastes good, doesn't it? Onion. And as you can see, for those who watch the channel, we cooked this the same night that we wished you Happy New Year from the van. I think I'm ready for seconds. Last tip is tip any remaining water into your jug that you scrambled the egg in, and that will help with the cleaning up. Top notch, Charlie Brown, thanks for that.